Hello, it's I, Vamp, and welcome back to the Warframe Madness podcast. I normally don't do that type of introduction, but I'm happy to talk about a few things. Okay, so the update. As of making this podcast, as of publishing this podcast regularly, the update just came out yesterday on console for Warframe. Which, for those of you guys that don't know, I am actually a PS4 main. I play Warframe on the PS4. I have a PC account. I have a Nintendo Switch account. I play those from time to time, but nowhere near as much as I play Warframe on the PS4. Anyway, the update came out, and with it, a certain event, and that event is called Buried Deaths, but we only got one part of the event on console right now, initially at launch, because of the fact that the boss fight wasn't ready. And Hildren drops from the boss fight, so I guess I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. Hildren is actually the new Warframe that also came with the update, which is fine and all. Right now on console though, there's no free revenue way to get her, but there will be in the future. DE has assured us of that, which is good. But let's talk about the update we did get, or rather, the event we did get. Sealing Fractures in Fortuna. So basically, essentially what happens is we got kill an enemy, they drop a coolant canister thing, and then we go to Fortuna, we have to drop it in the lava, and then we have to defend the canister for a set amount of time. It doesn't show on screen, it shows 1% to 100%. I believe it's like 2.5 minutes. Same, span of time as a normal mobile defense. The only problem with this event, well, two problems actually. One problem wasn't a problem for me, but it was a problem for a lot of the community as a whole, which was that the enemies were a higher level, I guess you could say. I mean, 45 to level 52 enemies. He would get, as soon as he would start the event, they would just spawn immediately. And they would grow stronger if you let the alert beacons stay up. And so, really, I mean, your best bet was to bring a defense frame, I suppose. I use the Zenostar personally, which, in case you guys don't know, the Zenostar had this weapon, the thing which basically gives you a mini Banshee ability, and I mean, it's really good at crowd control. Anyway, I was doing this event with someone because one of my viewers from my stream, twitch.tv/bam6x6x6x, by the way. And anyway, yeah, I was doing this event with my viewers, and there's a certain way to get extra points during the event. So we got a lot of extra points. But then we had to rack all the way up to 100. So we spent, I kid you not, over 6 hours while I was on stream during this one event. So I didn't even get to test out much of the rest of the update because I was busy during this event. And I know what you're thinking. You could have at least done the event with a new frame, right? Well, no, I couldn't have because I needed the frame that was the tankiest in my opinion to be able to survive. I know what you're thinking. Well, Vamp, how is that a real problem? Pretending to just not do the event? Well, that would be an option except for the fact that the event had new mods. The new mods that came with the update were tied to the event, as well as a new weapon, the Optical Vandal. For those of you guys that play Warframe, you know that the Optical Vandal is good on its own. The Vandal just like a whole next level. Could potentially be next level. If anything, you at least need it for mastery rank, which is something that also you have the ability to get to mastery rank 27 with the update. So there's that. So that's, I guess, my biggest gripe with the event. Time consuming. Very, very, very time consuming. And I'm not talking just little like, oh, it took 5-10 minutes longer than it did. It took a lot of time. And I mean a lot of time. I'm hoping that this is not the future of the events in Warframe, because if it is, that's terrible. I mean, technically, I suppose it did get people playing their game for long periods of time, but to be honest, I don't know if I'm not on the business side of things, but I don't know if that exactly is a good thing. Yes, people play your game for a long period of time, but then they get burnt out and they don't want to play Warframe for a while, which in the long run, I feel like it hurts more than helps. But then again, like I said, I don't know the business side of things. Maybe it is better to get people playing a bunch of time in one big swoop and then take time off, or stuff like that. I don't know. It could be. So that's basically what upset me about the event, really. Part 2 of the event, we gotta wait for. We already know what's coming because PC got it first. We will have to scan a bunch of stuff, which is fine, which is good. Scanning is fine. And then we fight a boss known as the Exploiter Orb, a giant spider, which, again, that's fine. That's how you get specific reward. That's Warframe. That part is fine. I mean, I'll admit the scanning may be a little tedious, but I mean, I rather have some spots I scan off than be done with versus having to do what I did for 6 hours straight the other day. Yeah. So, yeah, that part I will leave there. Now, I guess you could say the good thing about this is that I completed it. I got the mods, I got the optical vandal. Some of my viewers got the mod, some of my viewers got the optical vandal as well. And yeah, it actually is very good. Actually, speaking of, because these are the mods that we did in fact get, I want to let's see if I can find them real quick, share some of the, stuff other viewers have said. People who leave comments on my videos, on the Warframe Madness YouTube channel. Well, people leave comments, and I actually did. Remember, I mentioned about doing a video on the Amalgam. I forget how to pronounce them, but there's special mods, the new mods introduced. Someone left a comment not too long ago on that, and they said that they felt that one of them will be useful when melee changes come out. And the thing about that is melee changes coming out. They are coming out because for those of you guys that don't know, it even says in the update that it's part 1. It's only melee part 1. It's a mainstream update, mainline update, but it's only update part 1 of the melee. So we have more to come with that. And that is actually it for the most part. Well, there is the fact that other people are comparing the new Warframe to various Overwatch characters. One person said Winston, one person said Zarya, and yeah. But that's not bad to make a comparison. I actually have different videos where I do like different loadouts and stuff that were inspired by other video games and stuff. So I quite think that is good, honestly. And let's see. Oh yeah, I guess I should also mention that TennoCon 2019 digital tickets went on sale earlier this week. So you'll actually be able to purchase those. You'll get exclusive TennoCon armor and exclusive TennoCon, stuff for your ship, exclusive TennoCon glyph. You'll get some platinum. And if that wasn't enough, you'll get access to a relay, a special Void Trader relay, where he will have everything that he has ever had. Yes, that's right. Everything he has ever had on each respective platform, he will have. And that is really a good thing. And I don't know if you guys can hear it in the background, but it looks like it might rain. I mean, I thought there was thunder in the background, but I'm not sure if that's thunder anymore. It could just be something else. You guys might not even hear it. Anyway, back to Warframe. Okay, so the TennoCon digital ticket, good. Oh, someone mentioned about their upgrade for Xbox. Okay, the reason I mention about that is because not many of my community, as far as I know, actually play Xbox. Or rather Warframe on Xbox, which, now that I'm saying it out loud, there's probably someone that's going to be like, but Vamp, we all play on Xbox. But, that doesn't mean that I'm like, oh, Xbox. I'm just always surprised. I'm always happy to see what platforms people play on. Of course, the biggest platform out there, the biggest player base altogether will have to be PC. I know that. I mean, there's more people who have PCs out there. They play the games on PC, Warframe on PC. It's just easier in a sense for them. Then there's people who have PS4 and PC, but they rather game on PC with mouse and keyboard, which is fine. I personally prefer a controller. Fun fact, whenever I play Warframe on my computer, I will use a PS4 controller. Yeah, I will actually use a PS4 controller. Now, I just realized that my mouth is a bit dry, so I'm going to get some water to drink, because why wouldn't I drink water? By the way, I'm not sponsored by water. I just like water from time. Okay. To be honest, I don't hate water, but not my favorite thing to drink. With that said, however, it does have a habit of quenching a thirst, I suppose you could say. Okay, so back to Warframe. I got quite off topic there. The new update, as I said, came with a new frame called Hildren. Now, she is interesting because of the fact that her big thing is, well, she had two big things. One, her passive is essentially shield gating. She's kind of like the guinea pig for shield gating on everyone, yay or nay. But also her abilities use her shield rather than energy. Actually, she has no energy pool whatsoever. In fact, every energy orb you pick up replenishes her shield and not gives her energy, because she had no energy pool. Even when she uses melee channeling, she uses her shield versus energy, because again, no energy pool. And I actually think that is very interesting. I'm trying to build her to be real good, but if I'm being perfectly honest, that is the most interesting tidbit I find about her. The fact that she uses energy, that she uses shield over energy. So basically, you're using up some of your life, at least temporarily, in order to cast an ability. So it kind of makes you need to find that sort of balance. Now, yes, arcanes are a thing in the game, so that makes it so the stakes aren't really as high as they could be or they should be, as far as, balancing out whatever, because pop the right mod on, pop the right arcane on, you're back in business. No consequence for using an ability over, that drains your shield or overall health, essentially, which, may not actually be the best thing. Kind of, in my ability, watered down the unique mechanic of her a little bit, considering, it makes it so, oh, you use the ability, oh, you get it back right away. You get your life back right away. There was really no cost at all. It was basically a free use ability. Feel free to keep using it. I don't know if you guys know what I mean, but as much as I like Hildren's mechanic, and I hope they play around with this mechanic more in the future, I have to say I am not liking the idea that you can just sort of spend some of your overall life and then get back right away, no consequence at all. But then again, like I was saying, it is a unique mechanic, and it's not really Hildren's fault that is that way. That had to do with more Warframe's design overall. Warframe, at its core, it designed, kill a large mob of enemies, kill a horde of enemies relatively easy, or fight one big boss, Like no mini bosses in Warframe. There's no things like that make it like real hard. They could kill you with 1 or 2 hits. We're overpowered by default in Warframe. Each character is overpowered in Warframe, so it's not Hildren's fault at all. Hildren again is the new Warframe. It's Warframe itself, which I'm kind of lit on. On one hand, yes, having a mini boss maybe that spawns every so often around hordes of stronger enemies, and even more stronger enemies would be cool. But at the same time, I like the idea of being able to just pick up a controller, kill a bunch of enemies, and seem like, oh, I'm super powerful. This is super powerful. Yeah, I just like being able to do that. And that is my stance on the whole thing. Overall, this update promises to definitely be interesting. For those of you guys that want an exact number, I guess for console, funny thing is this update was update 24 on PC, but I believe it's update 25 on console. You might have heard that key clicking because I'm getting the exact thing. Yeah, it's update 24. Okay, I think it was update 23 something on PC. I don't know, but it's update 24.5 on console because they gotta submit to certification for console, so they try to pack as much stuff as they can into each update for us, which is a real good thing. I don't know if you see it as a good thing, but it really is a good thing. And with that update, we actually got quite a bit. I'm iffy on the whole whether I like or not that they pack so many things into one episode. On one hand, not episode, update. On the one hand, I like that we're getting everything at once, but on the other hand, it can be kind of overwhelming at times, because we're getting everything at once. So, to be truthful, I'm kind of glad that, we only got part 1 of the operation, because it can just sometimes be overwhelming getting everything at once. I know that sounds weird, but that's my stance on it. And I've actually rambled on quite a bit, so and my throat's a bit dry. I need to drink some more water apparently. But with that said, I'm going to end this episode here. Later.